Hey there guys, it's Tom from Dolphin Dive Productions. This is our first ever Battlefield Hardline video. Very excited to bring you this, and it's addressing really one key point of contention that's arisen from this new Battlefield.
Hardline is fundamentally different to previous Battlefields.
And it has caused a lot of confusion, really, amongst fans and people outside of the series who don't usually play it that much. And people are saying it's lost what has made Battlefield, well, Battlefield. Now, I'm here to address a few of these points from my own personal experience on Battlefield Hardline, and from my previous experiences from the other parts of the series, and from other games that I've played as well, shoot-em-ups and various other games. One of the first points I'd like to address is, it's one that's been given to me a lot on Twitter when people are talking about Battlefield, when I say how much I like it and how much I'm enjoying it. It's a point that's thrown at me a lot, or what they think is a valid point. It's becoming a lot more like Call of Duty. No, people need to really stop making these comparisons against two completely different games. It almost seems fashionable to say this. Lots of people who I challenge on Twitter, I ask them, in what way is it similar to Call of Duty? They pause, they bluster, they don't get back in contact, but 9 times out of 10, they say it's map size. And they've taken a lot of stuff out that makes Battlefield tanks, APCs, large scale maps, etc, etc. If map size is a bad thing, then Call of Duty have really increased their map sizes, and in that case, isn't it trying to be a bit more like Battlefield Call of Duty? Isn't Call of Duty trying to become a bit more like Battlefield in terms of scale, a sense of open warfare? No? Well, how stupid that sounds to you is how stupid every single one of you who compared Call of Duty to Battlefield sound to me. You sound ill-informed, and you sound like you've never really played two games properly. They approach warfare in two completely different sense of scale, in the sense of type of warfare. Battlefield, in the name, has gone for large, sweeping, large open-top battlefields where you can use aircraft and vehicles, and combine that with infantry to give you a more sense of realistic combat. Whereas Call of Duty obviously goes for 6v6 or 12v12 on console. I'm talking console, you PC dicks, stay out of this. You can challenge us as much as you like. PC is superior, we know, move on. What I'm talking is purely console. So yeah, you sound completely stupid when you're trying to compare Call of Duty and Battlefield together, so please just stop it. Whenever you think about, oh, actually it's a bit more like Call of Duty, that'll get them stuck in their arguments and their debates. No, you fucking morons. Stop it. Stupid. Anyway, talking about the main differences, there's one point that they do make, even though all the people are, oh, it's more like Call of Duty, they do make one good point. Yes, they have taken out tanks and APCs. Now, to those of you who haven't got the game yet, you may think, oh, that's not Battlefield, I won't buy it. No, stop. Alright, what they've done really well is that they've approached it from a fresh new angle in terms of gun warfare, completely different, the tactics they use, and they do a great job of distinguishing that in Hardline. However, in Battlefield 4, I played that a hell of a lot and I absolutely loved it, but there became points in the game where you couldn't move for the vehicles, the tanks, the APCs, the attack helicopters. You couldn't do anything. As an infantry, unless you were a mechanic, then you were wielding a rocket launcher, anti-tank mines and equipment, there's nothing you could really do. Normal soldier is quite literally cannon fodder. And what they've done really well with Hardline is they've kind of negated that tank camping, tank noobishness that we'll talk about a little bit later, and they've actually replaced it. They've actually made the Humvees a lot more prominent. They've actually made machine guns and still required to take down enemies from these trucks. And what they've done as well is they've increased grenade damage, they've increased bullet damage to vehicles so that soldiers never feel outgunned, which is really important when you're doing something that incorporates vehicles. In Call of Duty, to put it back to Call of Duty again, World at War, sometimes it felt impossible to take down a tank. And someone was in a tank, they were blasting you from miles away with high splash damage. It was really hard to actually get a hold of the game. And in some maps on World at War, infantry, and same in Battlefield 4, infantry became redundant, you were cannon fodder, and the people with high level upgraded tanks just dominated the battlefield, and that makes for a very, very unfair playing field. Which I fully accept is true of real life. But in games, you want to have something that negates tanks quickly, but not quickly, but negates tanks, gives you a fair advantage against tanks. It doesn't feel like that they've got such an advantage over you. In Hardline, Humvees and cars, in previous Battlefields were redundant. They were next to useless. As 2 hits from a tank and you were dead. And tank mines took you out in 1. In Hardline, police cars, sedans, vans, something called a GAN truck, which is a police command truck, now dominates the vehicles, where you've got machine guns, you've got top-mounted machine guns, you've got different types of vehicle that do different types of things. Now, because you don't have to run around with an RPG isn't actually something, or anti-tank stuff, isn't actually something you can select whilst decking out, whilst you're making your character with your creator class. RPGs have to be bought as an add-on for the boots of your vehicles, for certain types of vehicles, and you can attach it to sedans, police cars, vans and whatnot. So you get 2 RPGs every time you open the boot, so it stops RPGs from becoming rampant, because they're expensive and they're in short supply, and it gives but it stops vehicles from dominating the battlefield, because someone's always got an RPG and more than happy to take out a tank, a vehicle, because you get a lot of points for it. You can get in the car, you can spawn in cars, which means you can lean out of cars and shoot, which gives a great new gameplay feel that you've not got before. You feel very gangster and very police-like when you're shooting at the high-moving vehicles and criminals leaning out of windows shooting back at you. You feel very, very like you're in a movie, which is brilliant. All these big changes combined with the smaller ones, like you can now take ammo and health away from teammates, so you don't have to sit there screaming, "Ammo! Ammo! I need health and ammo, you bastard! Why won't you help me?" You don't have to do that anymore. So now you can just go up to someone, take a little bit less than you would if they threw something down, but they still get, and if someone takes ammo and health from you, you still get the points for it. But it means that if you're too busy firing, your teammate can just take some health or some ammo from you and get back into the fight. So it stops all that sort of people not doing team play nonsense. So I've addressed a couple of the key points there that I really, really wanted to talk to you guys about. Battlefield as a game is changing. They've moved it from realistic warfare abroad to realistic warfare on our streets. Now, in England, we don't necessarily have this sort of GAN type culture, mass shootouts. In America, you do get that, with the GAN culture and the police having those sort of gun battles. Not obviously in the Battlefield sort of scale, but you do get that. And they've done really well to sort of create that atmosphere of you're on the wrong side of the law, these people are chasing you down, you need to, you need to be careful, you're fighting not just for your comrade or for your teammates, you're fighting to win the game, which is all about what Battlefield is about. It's about team play, and the fact they've brought it into this GAN police culture. You are working together on the wrong and the right side of the law, and it feels like a really good progression of the series. They're gone in an entirely different direction. Yes, a bit Payday-ish, but Payday's a game in its own right. We're not going to compare games to games, because that's nonsense. As we just talked about, you can't talk about 2 different games trying to compare them to the same game. It's bullshit. Guys, please stop doing that. It doesn't make you sound clever. It makes you sound really, really ill-informed. So, as a massive Hardline fan, I urge you to buy this game if you want something different on the first-person shooter. It's nothing like Battlefield 4. It's a massive change from Battlefield 4, which is good. As Advanced Warfare saw in the Call of Duty series, a change can be good, and in Hardline, change is good as well. So I urge you to get the game, get on with some friends, play the game, play in squads. Again, absolutely brilliant. Enough there to keep you busy for a while. If I was going to have one issue with the game so far, I would say that there's not enough weapons to keep a lot of people interested. A lot of people on Battlefield 4 like the large selection of weapons you could unlock from progressing. This time on Battlefield 4, you buy weapons and you buy different bits of gadgets and equipment. So obviously they've had to scale it down, so make sure you can afford everything. But there's still some things are still quite expensive. I just don't think there's enough there to get a lot of new people into the series. But I'm loving it at the moment. Hoping to bring you some more Hardline videos in the future, montages. Once we've sorted out our recording equipment, I'll be live streaming a lot of Hardline. I'll be live streaming a lot anyway on Dolphin_dive_pro, which is our Twitch handle. Please get on there, give us a follow, and we'll update you with more stuff as we go. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've got anything about the series, if you like Battlefield, if you don't like Battlefield, if you like the new game, you don't, please leave something in the comments below. And as always, please subscribe and let us know what you think of our videos. Until next time guys, thank you, bye.